This is going to be a quick video on spam email and phishing scams. So why should you care about spam email and phishing scams? Phishing scams cost U.S. businesses approximately $500 million per year. They can do significant financial damage to your company, and they can also impact your job security. Imagine you accidentally send money. You get caught up in a phishing scam. You send money to a malicious actor. How do you think your boss would feel about that? You likely won't have a job after doing that. So I'm going to run through three things that we should all remember when thinking about spam emails and phishing scams. Keep these things in mind when dealing with suspicious emails. The first one is spam filters are not perfect. While your company is likely utilizing a spam filter, never assume that it will prevent all malicious emails that you receive. There's always going to be something that gets through that the spam filter does not block. So it's important to have this mindset when reviewing emails. Always be skeptical of what you're receiving. Before clicking any links or downloading any attachments or sending money, watch for these indicators. These are the suspicious signs that you want to be on the lookout for. So the first one is check the sender address. Is it from someone that you recognize, or is it a weird looking email address? Check for misspelled words. Check for poor grammar or randomly capitalized words. Check for unfamiliar syntax. So if you're familiar with who's sending you the email, but the language in it is a little different than what that person typically, the language that they typically use, that could be a warning sign that email is not coming from the person you think it's coming from. Additionally, if it is an email specifically asking for money and you are unsure about the email, it is always best practice to call the requester. So the other thing to keep in mind is don't use the phone number in the email, the suspicious email in question. Use the phone number that you have on file for that person. Reach out to them. Say, hey, is this really you requesting this wire for this amount of money? So here are a couple examples of some spam emails and what to look out for. So this is a common one that we've all seen before. It's an email that appears to be from Microsoft, but if you look a little closer, you look at the email address, it's clearly not a Microsoft email address, not a Microsoft domain. So right there, we know that it's fake. Couple of other things to look out for is you can see randomly capitalized words in here, exclamation marks, all of those things tell you that this is likely spam, in addition to the email address right here. Here's another one that appears to be from Wells Fargo. You can see the email address, right? It's a Comcast domain coming from Wells Fargo, which doesn't make sense. So that's a clear indicator that this is spam. The next one is the subject line with exclamation marks on both sides of the word, right? Both sides of the word alerts. You can see randomly capitalized words right here, and various other things that tell you that this is definitely a spam email. So the last thing to keep in mind is what should you do if you're unsure about a particular email? So some of the emails are really good. They're difficult to tell if it's fake or if it's a real email. So when that happens, the best thing to do is ask for help. Never click on an email to find out if it's real or not. That's the worst thing you can do. Talk to your IT department. They can help you. Call your managed services provider. They can help you determine whether or not an email is real. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us. Here's our contact information. We'll be happy to talk with you or potentially get your business set up for our services. Thank you very much.